Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Arpita Karwa and today in this video I'm going to talk about an important topic that is frequently repeated in UGC NET paper 1 and that is malware. So I'm pretty sure that you would have heard this term before because this is something which is very common in today's world. All of us are using computers, laptops, mobile phones, tablets and all these gadgets are affected by something called malware. So, for those of you who might not know what exactly this means, let me tell you that malware is a short form for a word called malicious software. So, mal and soft combined together makes malware, and it is any type of software that is made to harm the computer system, network, or users. These harmful programs can steal sensitive information like passwords or your credit card numbers. They can even delete the important files or lock them up. And probably you might also feel that sometimes they even have the power to take control of your computer without you knowing. Something similar of this sort you must have seen if you have watched that movie which was recently released on Netflix, which had Chunky Pandey's daughter. I'm forgetting her name, Ananya Pandey, and the name of the movie was CTRL Control. So that was basically talking about how AI is taking control of your life, but then even the AI in that movie was taking control of your computer without you knowing it. Similarly, malwares also do the same thing. Now, some types of malwares can even spy on what you do on your computer. So, whatever you are doing on your computer, if you have a malware, they can take that information and leak it to somebody. In this video, I'm going to explain different types of malwares that are frequently asked in NET exam because this is a topic which recently have gained a lot of momentum and almost in every shift you will see at least a question from this topic. But before that, sit back and let her relax. As I always say in my videos, I have created a special PDF that summarizes this video, provide you with exam ready notes. So whatever you are seeing on the screen is readily available in a PDF format. You just have to drop a message on the WhatsApp number that's flashing on your screen, or you can click on the WhatsApp link that's there in the description box, and my team is going to send the handy PDF right on your phone. Okay, friends, so let's start with virus. Now, virus is a very common type of malicious software that can harm your computer, and I'm pretty sure that most of you must have heard the term virus before, not the one from Three Idiots, but the actual virus that infects your system. But in today's video, I am going to tell you some important facts which are generally asked in NET exam from this term virus. So, the first thing that you have to absolutely remember is the full form of virus. Virus in itself is not a real name, it's basically an acronym. And the full form of virus is Vital Information Resource Under Siege. So, that's the full form, which makes the term virus. Now, virus, I'm pretty sure you must know it's a harmful program that infects your computer and spreads from one system to the other. What basically it does is that it's going to usually attach itself to other programs or files that are there in your system. Once it is in your system, it can replicate itself and cause a lot of damage. For example, it can even delete the important file or steal sensitive information like passwords. Now, let me tell you a very simple example of how a virus works. Imagine you get an email with an attachment claiming to be of a funny video. Now, all of us, at least I, love watching stand ups and funny videos. So, whenever I have an email like this, it actually tempts me to watch it. But I do not do that because I have already suffered from a virus attack on my PC and I lost a lot of important data. And that is when I learned it the hard way that it's always important to first know whether the particular email or a particular file is free from virus and only then you install it in your system. But Generally, what people would do whenever they have an attachment claiming to be a funny video or a discount coupon or something of that sort, they're going to immediately open it thinking that it's going to be harmless. But that funny video or that discount video turns out to be a virus that attaches itself to your computer, spreads to your files, starts sending infected emails to all your contacts. And can you just see how, with just one simple click, you have invited so many problems in your life? I remember that when I was a kid, I was in school, there used to be those cyber cafes, right? And I used to go to one of these cyber cafes for some work, and I kind of ejected, ejected a pen drive from that cyber cafe. I put my pen drive there in one of the PCs that were there in the cafe, and then I ejected it from that PC, and I again plugged it to my computer, my personal computer. And the moment I plugged it, almost all my files got corrupted. It had so many important files related to my school's projects and a lot of other things that I was working on at that time, and all of them got corrupted, and I did not have a backup. And I still remembered that painful night where I cried so much because all my files got corrupted because of one virus. And that is when I realized, number one, that never plug something that you take from a computer that you cannot be very sure of whether that computer is protected from virus or not. Secondly, always keep backup of your data. That is also something that I understood, and that's why today I ensure that everything that I have on my system, I at least have two backups of the same. Okay, so I am bit digressing too much from the topic. Let me come back to the video and let us talk about virus. So we looked at the full form of virus. We looked at what virus is. Now it's also important for you to understand how virus can spread. So these viruses, they can spread in many ways. They can be sent through email attachments, websites that are infected, or even through removable storage devices like USB or pen drives. Once it's inside your computer system, it can infect other files on your computer as well. Understanding how viruses work is important because it helps you to stay safe and protect your computer from these dangerous threats. And of course, it is going to fetch you extra marks in your UGC Net Paper 1 because this is a frequently repeated topic. Now it's time to look at another important malware, which is the Bada Bhai of virus, and that Bada Bhai is called ransomware. It is one of the most dangerous types of malware. Ransomware basically is a type of malicious software that locks you out of your own system or denies access to your important data unless you pay a ransom. Basically, kidnapping हो गई है आपके सारे documents की. Imagine you can't open your important files or access anything on your computer. If there's a ransom attack, then whatever you try to open, it is going to show a message that all of this is encrypted or locked up, and in order to make it readable, you will have to pay a ransom. That means आपसे फिरौती मांगी जा रही है. Okay, that's exactly what ransomware does. Once your files are locked, the cyber criminals behind the attack demands payment, usually in digital currency like Bitcoin or in exchange for some important information that you might have. Now, what is important for you to remember is that when you pay them in digital currency like Bitcoin, in exchange, they give you a decryption key. Okay, just like we have encryption, similarly, we have decryption. Basically, they are going to give you a key using which you will be able to unlock your files. And this payment is the ransom they want. Okay. For example, a business might find all its customers' data logged by a ransomware. The attackers might demand payment to unlock the data, and it's a very scary situation because if the ransom is not paid, the data could be lost forever. So it is just like your important files are getting kidnapped, and that's why we call it Bada Bhai of virus, because this is even more dangerous. Okay, so now is the time to look at the third type of malware, which is Viper malware, or a very dangerous type of malware. Now, Viper malware, my friends, is a type of malicious software designed with the sole purpose of destroying. Unlike other malware that steal data or disrupts your computer, the main goal of Viper malware is to erase or corrupt data beyond recovery. That's why Viper. Viper means khatam kar dena, wipe out kar dena. So, while you have seen ransomware that locks your file and demands payments to unlock it, Viperware doesn't do that at all. It simply wipes out your files or destroys them in a way that they cannot be recovered. There's no description key or ways to get that data back. Imagine if your computer was infected by a Viper malware and suddenly all your important documents, photos, files were gone. It's a nightmare because unlike ransomware, there is no way you can get those files back. And I would just like to tell you one very important thing here, that these types of malware have become so common after AI getting introduced, because now anybody can write codes, can take help of AI to develop dangerous softwares. That UGC has ensured that they add questions from this particular topic just to check whether you are aware about the latest trends happening in the cyber crime industry or not. And that is the reason why I am explaining all of these topics in this video, but then I'm not able to cover all the important malwares in just one video because we have limitation. So if you have time, you can check out this topic explained in detail in my Amazon bestseller, the UGC Net Paperman book, which is India's only UGC Net book that comes with 120 video lectures and 4,000 plus unit-wise solved PYQs. In fact, my UGC Net Paperman book has been praised for its innovative teaching style by none other than the legendary Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. Okay, so now let's move on to another interesting malware that is called adware, which can be a big nuisance when browsing the internet. Okay, I am somebody who just hates adware, but what can we really do about it? So basically, adware is a software that automatically shows advertisements, often as pop-up ads, while you are browsing online. These ads are usually unwanted and can interrupt your browsing experience. You might be minding your own business and suddenly there's a pop-up ad that appears, making it harder for you to focus on what you are doing. And with our attention span dropping with every second, it is so difficult for us to keep ourselves focused on our work when we have these ads popping up here and there on our browser. Now, the real danger of this particular adware is that if you accidentally click on these ads, you could be redirected to malicious websites. And these websites might harm your computer or steal your personal information. Even worse, adware can collect your data without your permission. It gathers information about your browsing habits and sell it to advertisers. This means your personal information is being shared without your knowledge. A notorious example of adware is Superfish. Okay, this is a kind of adware. The name of the adware is Superfish, which affected many Lenovo laptops. This software showed pop-up ads and allowed the attackers to spy on user activity. So let's say I am browsing and working on my laptop and I do not know that there are people who are spying on my activities, trying to gather information about my browsing habits, and then they are selling this information to brands which can sell their products to me. Next up, my friends, are keyloggers. Now, this is another type of spyware. A keylogger basically is a program that secretly records every key you press on your keyboard. This means it can track what you type, including your personal messages, passwords, and even credit card numbers and CVV, and all the other sensitive information that you might have on your system. Once a keylogger has collected all of this information, then what does it do? It sends it to someone who installed the software on your device. This allows the attacker to see everything you have typed, whether it's personal messages, login details, or any other private information. For example, imagine typing your bank account details online and a keylogger secretly records it. The hacker can then use that information to steal money from your account. And you see how all of these are similar but are very, very different. Because if you look at keylogger, it basically talks about how the information can be can be taken from the keys you press. So the catchword here are the keys of the keyboard. Whereas when we looked at adware, it has to do with ads that are running on your browser and that are trying to steal your information. Okay, so it's very important for you to know the difference between all of them. Now, for more such informative videos where I explain more important topics of UGC NET Paper 1 in under 15 minutes, hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon. And don't forget to check out my playlist section where I've organized unit-wise playlist for UGC NET Paper 1. This way, you can find all the video lectures for each unit together, making your preparation super duper easy. Okay, so now let's look at another interesting member from the malware family, and he is Trojan. So Trojan, my friends, is nothing but another dangerous type of malware. You must have heard of the Trojan horses, right? So the word has been taken from there. Trojans are also known as Trojan horses, and they are malicious programs that trick users by pretending to be harmless or useful. For example, they might look like a game or a helpful tool that will help you organize your daily schedule. So you are tempted to click and install them on your computers. Unlike viruses or worms, Trojans don't replicate themselves. Instead, they rely on deceiving users into running them. So ये अपने आप से कुछ नहीं होगा. आप जब उसे क्लिक करोगे, उसको इंस्टॉल करोगे और रन करोगे, तभी ये आपके सिस्टम को खराब कर सकते हैं. So that is the reason why they pretend to be harmless और आई वुड इवन से यूजफुल. ये ऐसा लगेगा कोई इंटरेस्टिंग सा गेम है या फिर कोई ऐसा प्रोडक्टिविटी टूल की तरह लगेगा जो आपको यूजीसी नेट फटाफट दिलाने में मदद करे. सो कुछ ऐसा सॉफ्टवेयर से आपको पैकेज करके दिखाया जाएगा, बट व्हेन यू इंस्टॉल इट, it actually is not a useful software but a virus in disguise. So once installed, these Trojans quietly carries out harmful activities on your computer without you knowing, and they can steal sensitive information, passwords, or even spy on your activities. And can you imagine a situation where you are the one who is destroying your computer's data by installing something that you might think is a fun game, only to find that a Trojan has been secretly recording everything that you are typing or tracking your online behavior. Now is the time to look at scareware. अब scareware क्या है? It's a sneaky type of malware, and it is basically designed to trick you into taking actions based on your fear. So scare कर रहा है ये आपको, डरा रहा है. It often shows fake alerts or warnings on your computer pretending to be from some law enforcement or tech support, and then you just get scared and you install or click on that. For example, आजकल अभी मीडिया में काफी पॉपुलर था that a lot of people are getting these calls from people saying that they are from CBI and उनके अगेंस्ट कोई एक पार्सल पकड़ा गया है, या फिर there are people calling and saying कि ना आपको हाउस अरेस्ट कर दिया गया है या आपके फैमिली मेंबर को हमने किडनैप कर लिया है एंड यू हैव टू बी ऑन कॉल. एंड वो उस टाइम पे आपको पैनिक में डाल के आपसे काफी इंफॉर्मेशन निकाल लेते हैं. That is exactly what a scareware is doing. For example, you might see a message claiming your computer is infected by a virus and urging you to click on a link to fix it. But here's a catch. Clicking the link doesn't fix anything. Instead, it may install malware on your computer or ask you to pay for unnecessary services. And that is exactly what a scareware does. Chaliye, so now let's move on to the last type of malware that we are going to discuss in today's video, and that are rootkits. Now, rootkits are a type of malicious software that allows cyber criminals to remotely control your device without your knowledge. Once installed, they allow hackers to take control of your system from a distance without alerting you. Okay, so for example, if you guys have ever used any desk, basically, if I am sitting here and you are sitting, let's say, in Calcutta, and I would want you to organize your computer system, and you call me and you say that, okay, I am giving you access to my computer, and you can now. See all my files and you can organize them into different folders. So AnyDesk is a software that actually helps you to remotely control the system. So I can be sitting in Jaipur and helping you organize your data on your computer while you are sitting in Calcutta, and I am controlling your system, your computer from Jaipur itself. Now that's a very nice way to do it. This is something that a lot of cyber experts, or I would say coding experts, would do. They would help their fellow members by taking control of their system and helping they do something which is there on your system. But rootkits are using the same technology but to steal your information. So they are basically controlling your computer from a distance without telling you. So hidden hoke kar rahe hain. What makes rootkit dangerous is that they are designed to stay hidden. They work quietly in the background, making it very hard to detect and remove them. Imagine someone secretly controlling your computer, accessing your files, or stealing your personal information, all without you having a clue. So, rootkits are a major security threat, which is why it's important to use strong security software and keep your system up to date. Now, there are 5 more types of malware which we are going to discuss in the next video. So, for now, you can stay tuned to my channel. Also, if you want to get details about all these malware, you can check them out on my in my UGC Net Paper 1 book, where I have discussed all of these and many more which are commonly asked in net exam, and I have done that by giving you various examples, and also I have ensured that I'm using very simple language so that you can understand all these malwares and how all of them are different from each other. Now friends, it's time to look at some solved questions from this topic that has been asked in past UGC Net Paper 1 exams. So the first one is there on your screen, and the question is, which type of malware disguises itself as a legitimate software? We have covered this in the video, and the correct answer is Trojan horse. We just read about Trojans and how they trick users by pretending to be harmless or even useful at times. Now we move on to the next question, which reads like this. Which of the following usually observes each activity on the internet of the victim, gathers all information in the background, and sends it to someone else? And the correct answer is spyware. Friends, this was an easy question because we all know that spyware snoops on your activity or gathers information in the background. Now, let us see who can answer the next question. And if you know the answer, type it in the comment section and let me see how many of you can get it right. The first computer virus is. Now, I would want you to do a little bit of research to find the correct answer for this one because we haven't discussed this in the video. And if you're looking for more such PYQs from this particular topic and many others, you can refer to the Unit 10 questions that's given in my UGC Net Paper 1 book that provides you with over 4,000 solved unit-wise questions. That's it from my side for this video lecture. We'll meet soon in the next video lecture. Till the time we meet next, happy learning, keep loving literature, and stay tuned to arpitakarwa.com.